Today we're going to check out the Crescent Kayak Shoalie SF. This is the 2022 Crescent Shoalie SF. They market it as a 12-foot kayak, but I think the actual dimensions are 11-10. It's 34-35 inches in width, but starting here at the front, you have an adjustable front strap. You can bring it all the way out, make it a little bit easier to pull around. You can tighten it back down for just a normal strap. This also doubles as a standing strap if you were wanting to stand back there. You can also take this out, and there's a track system that it's built on. So if you have any accessories, you want to put a camera up here, maybe a light or something to that nature, you can. But moving on back here to this hatch, you have molded in grooves for your rods. You also have your rod strap here, which is actually made by Rod Saver, as you can see on this tag right here. Rod Saver partnered with Crescent this time to make a strap. It's either a rod strap, or what I'll probably use it for is going to be a paddle stop. Be able to put your paddle in there when you're fishing. You can lean it up against you and cast. It's held by two of your bungee cords here, so you just pull it over, and it can fully come back. Inside you have two levels of storage. You also have two built-in rod holders here. They have an ability for a third, and there also is some videos out on how to cut it out and make it to where you can hold multiple rods inside. What I'll probably use it for is put a battery in here for when we mount a fish finder on it. But moving to the back here, you have built-in rod grooves again for if you were to stick them underneath the seat. They also have rod grooves under the seat, which I'll show you later on. You have a phone strap up here if you wanted to put your phone in here, take a selfie, live stream, anything like that. A lot of people also use this recessed hole here for your depth finder. You can mount it with an angle and it fits flush, it doesn't get in the way. Underneath the kayak right here is where the transducer would go. It's recessed into the kayak, so it's real streamlined with the bottom of the kayak. Moving back here, you have adjustable foot pegs. You can take them off if you don't like the foot pegs. So you have two track mount systems right here on the top of the kayak for any of your accessories, cup holders, maybe if you run dual depth finders, camera mounts, phone holders, any of that such. If you look right here, there is a recessed spot for your catch board, but also has a molded in tape measure right here if you want to just quick measurements. I like to bring a catch board just so I know it's a true length of it. But it slides right into here. It is molded perfectly for that catch board. Coming back to the seat, it is a multi-position seat. Low position and a high position. I don't think, personally, I will take it out of the high position, because when it is in the low position, I think it's a little bit harder to stand up. With it in the high position and strapped down and tightened by this cam buck, it's not going anywhere. You don't have much movement with it. You can brace yourself on the back of the seat to be able to push you up, or you can use the front handle strap as a stand assist. The seat having this high and low position, you're able to have a lot of storage underneath it. You also have these bungees on the side, so if you want to put some tackle boxes around here, put a bungee around it, it keeps it secure. A lot of storage underneath here. If you also take a look at the scupper plugs, I believe this is something cool that they did. The scupper plugs are in the middle of the kayak rather than your traditional on each side of the kayak. There's only 3 scuppers in this whole boat, but it does bail water really well on the self-bailing system. Moving to the back here, you have a big open tank well for if you want to put your Yak Attack black pack, a small ice chest, anything to that nature. You also have 2 more track mounts in the back for any more accessories. They do not have your traditional rod holders like most fishing kayaks have. They actually have these mounts right here. It can hold a net, a fishing rod, stakeout pole, anything to that nature. We actually took it on the water today. Today was my first time ever being in this kayak, and truly it impressed me for a 12-foot kayak. I'm used to being in a little bit bigger kayak, but the maneuverability of this kayak, it spins on a dime. It's real stable standing up, even though it's a little bit smaller than most kayaks. It still has a large width for stability. I took this kayak out today to get my true first impressions on it, and all in all, I think it is a great all-around kayak for anything you would like to do with it. I believe they base it more towards your river fishing, but I think it will do great with what we do, which is in the marsh, real shallow water. It's really stable. You can stand in it pretty easily with the help of the seat. It tracks really well, so you can paddle a couple times and you're going to stay pretty straight. I've been in a couple kayaks that you paddle a couple times and it wants to turn. It wants to turn this way. This one, it stays and tracks pretty straight, pretty true. This is a phenomenal kayak that will do really good for what we're going to do with it. And that's the Crescent Shoalie SF. If you have any other questions, don't be afraid to comment down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions about this kayak. Be on the lookout for a full review video after we fished out of it for a couple months. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.